Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel, society's response to maladaptive behaviors. Ever pondered why some individuals develop behaviors that are harmful to themselves or others? This question brings us to the intriguing world of maladaptive behaviors and delinquency, a realm that psychologists have been unraveling for years. Maladaptive behaviors are those that inhibit a person's ability to adjust to particular situations. This could include everything from substance abuse to self-harm and even aggression. Not so pleasant, right? But here's the thing, these behaviors don't just appear out of the blue. They are often the result of specific causes, like environmental factors, psychological trauma, or even certain genetic predispositions. Delinquency, on the other hand, is a term typically associated with juveniles who engage in unlawful behavior. Just like maladaptive behaviors, delinquency isn't random. It's a complex interplay of factors, both individual and societal. To truly understand, we must delve into the root causes of these behaviors. And that's exactly where we're heading next. Buckle up, it's going to be a fascinating journey. The root causes. So what factors contribute to the development of maladaptive behaviors and delinquency? A fascinating question that requires a deep dive into the realm of psychology and sociology. Let's begin with genetic predisposition. It's a fact that our genes play a significant role in shaping our behaviors. Some individuals may have a genetic predisposition that makes them more susceptible to developing maladaptive behaviors. This doesn't mean they're doomed from birth, but rather, they might be more prone to these behaviors given certain environmental triggers. Speaking of the environment, it's a major player in this narrative. Environmental influences range from the immediate, such as family dynamics and peer associations, to the broader societal context, such as socioeconomic status and cultural norms. A child raised in a violent household, for instance, might resort to aggression as a coping mechanism. Similarly, societal pressures like the need to conform or the stress of poverty can push individuals towards maladaptive behaviors. Now, let's turn our attention to psychological factors. These encompass a range of mental health issues, from anxiety and depression to personality disorders. These conditions can distort a person's perception of reality, impair their judgment, and lead to a variety of maladaptive behaviors. The role of upbringing cannot be overstated. Parents and caregivers shape a child's worldview, their sense of right and wrong, their coping mechanisms. Neglect, abuse, or inconsistent parenting can lead to the development of maladaptive behaviors as the child struggles to navigate their world. And let's not forget traumatic experiences. Trauma can leave deep emotional scars that manifest as maladaptive behaviors. A child who experiences a traumatic event may develop behaviors that, while harmful in the long run, serve as a short-term survival strategy. As we delve into these causes, it's important to remember that no single factor operates in isolation. It's often a complex interplay of multiple influences that lead to the development of maladaptive behaviors and delinquency. Understanding these causes is a crucial step towards prevention and intervention. This knowledge can guide us in developing effective strategies to help those struggling with these behaviors and in creating a healthier, more supportive society. The ripple effect. Maladaptive behaviors don't just affect the individual, they ripple through society. Imagine a pebble tossed into a still pond. The impact is small, yet the ripples continue to spread. This is much like the impact of maladaptive behaviors. It doesn't stop at the individual. It has a ripple effect that extends to families, friends, and ultimately, society as a whole. When an individual engages in maladaptive behaviors, it often puts a strain on healthcare systems. This can be seen in the form of increased hospital visits, extended stays, and higher rates of medical procedures. Not only does this put a financial burden on the healthcare system, but it also takes away resources from those who may need them for other health conditions. Beyond healthcare, these behaviors can also influence crime rates. Individuals who engage in maladaptive behaviors may be more likely to become involved in criminal activities. This is not to say that everyone who exhibits these behaviors will become a criminal, but the correlation is significant enough to warrant attention. The impact on crime rates then leads to a larger societal issue, as it influences public safety, taxes, and the overall sense of community well-being. But perhaps one of the most heart-wrenching effects is the emotional toll on families and communities. Loved ones may watch helplessly as the individual struggles, feeling the pain and frustration themselves. Communities may feel the strain as they attempt to provide support and resources. It's a ripple effect that can lead to a sense of helplessness and despair. In essence, the ripple effect of maladaptive behaviors is far more than just a personal issue. It's a societal concern that requires attention, understanding, and action. It emphasizes the importance of identifying these behaviors early on and implementing effective prevention strategies. Because just as a pebble can cause ripples in a pond, so too can the actions of one individual impact an entire community. The effects are far-reaching, emphasizing the need for effective prevention methods. Prevention. Prevention is always better than cure. But how do we prevent maladaptive behaviors? Our journey begins with primary prevention. This is our first line of defense, a proactive approach that seeks to prevent the onset of maladaptive behaviors before they take root. It's about fostering environments that promote healthy behaviors and equipping individuals with the resilience and coping mechanisms to navigate life's challenges. Just as a gardener nurtures the soil, primary prevention cultivates the conditions for positive psychological growth. Secondary prevention, on the other hand, is like a vigilant watchtower, its gaze fixed on the horizon for the first signs of trouble. This stage aims to identify and address maladaptive behaviors in their early stages to prevent their progression into more serious issues. Whether it's recognizing a teen's truancy as a cry for help, or identifying a sudden change in a friend's behavior as a sign of distress, secondary prevention is about catching these signals and taking swift action. Last but not least, we have tertiary prevention. This is akin to the emergency services team, springing into action when maladaptive behaviors have escalated into a crisis. The goal here is not just to manage the immediate fallout, but also to prevent recurrence. It's about providing the necessary therapeutic interventions and supporting individuals in their journey towards recovery and reintegration into society. Each level of prevention is a critical piece of the puzzle, working in tandem to create a comprehensive approach to preventing maladaptive behaviors. Primary prevention sets the foundation, creating the conditions for healthy psychological development. Secondary prevention is the early warning system, catching signs of trouble before they escalate. And tertiary prevention is the safety net, there to catch us when we fall and help us get back on our feet. From the individual to the community, from the home to the school, prevention is everywhere. It's in the compassionate teacher who notices a student struggling, the parent who encourages open dialogue about emotions, the policymaker who advocates for mental health resources. It's in every one of us because we all have a role to play in prevention. Prevention is a multi-layered approach, each with its unique role in halting these behaviors. Diverse paths to prevention. Prevention isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. Diversity is key. Just as there are multiple causes and contexts for maladaptive behaviors, there are also multiple paths to their prevention. Let's start with individual-level interventions. These are often centered on cognitive behavioral strategies, which aim to alter maladaptive thought patterns and behaviors, facilitating healthier responses. For instance, a person may learn to recognize and challenge negative self-talk, replacing it with more positive and realistic thoughts. Then we have family interventions. Families play a crucial role in shaping our behaviors, and interventions at this level often focus on creating nurturing and supportive environments. For example, parent training programs can equip caregivers with strategies to positively reinforce good behavior and manage disruptive ones. Schools, as a significant part of our formative years, also serve as a critical site for prevention. School-based interventions may include social-emotional learning programs, which help students develop key skills like empathy, self-awareness, and conflict resolution. These skills can go a long way in preventing the development of maladaptive behaviors. But let's not forget about the broader community. Community-level interventions aim to create healthier environments that support positive behaviors and discourage harmful ones. This might involve initiatives to reduce community violence, increase access to mental health resources, or promote social connectivity. Each of these paths to prevention has its strengths, but they are most effective when employed together. An individual's behavior is influenced by a complex interplay of personal, family, school, and community factors. Therefore, interventions that address each of these levels can create a comprehensive, multifaceted approach to prevention. Moreover, it's crucial that these interventions are tailored to the specific causes and contexts of maladaptive behaviors. What works in one situation may not work in another, and prevention strategies must be flexible and adaptable to be truly effective. To effectively prevent maladaptive behaviors, our approach must be as diverse and complex as the causes themselves. Our paths to prevention should reflect the diversity of the individuals and communities we aim to support, and the complexity of the issues we strive to address. It's time to wrap up our exploration of maladaptive behaviors and delinquency. We've journeyed deep into the roots of these behaviors, exploring their causes and the ripple effects they have on society. We've seen how delinquency isn't born from an individual's actions alone, but from a complex interplay of societal, familial, and personal factors. We've also delved into the different levels of prevention, shedding light on the diverse paths we can take to address these behaviors. From primary, secondary, to tertiary levels of prevention, each plays a crucial role in creating a safer, healthier society. The importance of community psychology was underscored, highlighting its role in providing the tools and strategies needed to foster positive change. By increasing our understanding of these behaviors and their causes, we become better equipped to address them head-on. And in doing so, we take a step closer to creating a healthier, safer society for all. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe and follow the Psychology and Physical Training channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.